Hello, hi, I see you all. Anyway, you're all welcome to the number one entertainment and exciting, in fact, informative show that is That Right. And it's always with me, Ajwa Jenny. I see you all today. We're going to talk about a whole lot. We're going to have a serious discussion about COVID-19. So, without wasting much time, I just have to bring Bonnie on so we just start our discussion rolling. Okay.
Uh, hey, hi,
Hello.
Bonnie.
Yes,
Hello.
hi. Good
You.
afternoon. Is it good evening already?
Yes, it's good evening.
All right, that's nice. That's fine.
How are
That's
you?
fine. Yeah, I'm good.
Are
I'm
you
good.
awake?
Yeah, I came to
Oh,
work today.
okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Came to
So
work today.
I'm honored to have you here on my show. I'm super excited to have you on that, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah. I'm also
eh,
glad
I'm
you also
the
have.
only person that I can pull you up today at your workplace to bring you here. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, let's go straight. We already know who you are per the flyer. Everybody know you're a lab technologist. Is there something you want us to know, like technology? I decided not to mention where your office is, so you tell us
Of,
yourself.
of course. Of course. I mean, you don't have to mention it on here.
But you have to tell me.
Tell you where I work.
Yes, tell us. We are all here. We're waiting.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm here at Greater Accra Regional Hospital. I mean, which we popularly known as Rich Hospital. So,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Anyway, um, let's go straight to our discussion. If you can see, I've pinned that like how serious COVID-19 is, and it looks like we are not like some people still think it's a joke. So, what actually caused the rampant rise of COVID in Ghana? Because today we have today is one case, tomorrow is another case. Is it that
Yeah.
there's something that you guys are doing that we want to know or something? Tell us.
Before I answer your question, I want to ask you, where's your nose mask?
Oh, I do. I have some. I have some. I have some. Anyway, I have some there.
Uh,
I've watched it. I've watched it. So definitely I will get it before the show ends. I'll wear my mask.
that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, well, to answer your question, what causes the rampant rise in COVID-19 here in Ghana? I would say, in the initial stage, people didn't believe that this virus exists. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. Still in the minds of we Ghanaians is like not only Ghanaians, but let's say Africa as a continent. We think it doesn't exist, and so we act out of ignorance, like nobody cares.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, some people are very serious about it, taking the, taking the precautionary measures to stay safe, and also others feel there's nothing like there's nothing of that sort. You get
Yeah,
me? Yeah,
I'm not really cutting you, but back to what you're saying, like people are taking the precautionary measures seriously. Um, but we found out that those getting it actually are people that we all know that they are taking the precautionary measures serious. But how are they getting it? Is it that the COVID is now an airborne something? Because I read recently the WHO said it's an airborne. It's not like the touching and the stuff again. What can you say about that?
Yeah, it is. It is airborne. In fact, it is. It has been airborne since it started. You understand? Even though the science about it changes, but then it has been airborne since it started, because this is something that is just more or less like having common code. You understand? So if I have common code and I'm in the same room with let's say a friend or someone, and the person doesn't take care, he or she might get it. So it has been airborne since day one. But the rampant rise has to be with let's say, I'm talking about ignorance, because they know the right thing to do and they are not doing. Someone
Okay.
can fix one mask, you think they are protecting themselves. They just shift the mask. You see it sometimes it will be covering their mouth, not even their nose. You understand? Yeah. And some too will even have it on, but then put it below their chin. Yes. You understand? So it's not necessarily how do you call it? You following the measures. Some you see them with their hands like this, but they are not using it.
So is it because we are not using the precautionary measures rightly, or because we are feeling lazy to use it? That is why each and every time the COVID all over. Because I believe it's not just about me. I'm seeing it like it's not just about the sanitizer or something. Like it's not just about the washing of hands, because it looks like every time is mainly like there's a lot. If today, like let's say you are at Ridge Hospital, see like one case today, before Friday, it will increase to 100. And I keep asking myself, how? Because it's serious.
Yes, it's true. Sometimes when I take a look at the records, the records that comes out, the data that comes out, sometimes I'm amazed myself. Today we to be around, let's say 300 today. The next day will be around 700. Some few hours later, just thousands shooting up, So I think we keep preaching and we keep educating people about these precautionary measures. You get me? We keep talking about it. In fact, everywhere you pass. And we act like, that's what I'm saying. We act like we pretend. We pretend as if we are doing something, but then we are not doing anything. That's what I'm saying. Like, let's say a practical example. See this nose mask. You see, fixing it on. This this how it's supposed to be like. You get me? My cry is not even the best because I'm exposing my beard.
I was even okay, we will get to that. We will get because I'm wondering because a lot okay, there's someone saying something here that I think PM I see you. Yes, it's true that people does not believe it exists, and people do not ask me, do I know or see someone who he has the disease? Is that what you're trying to say? Okay. Yeah, people don't believe it, and I don't blame. It looks like we. Do you think that we have not educated people enough in this country?
No, I wouldn't say we've not educated people enough because wherever you pass, I mean, you can even see. I remember going to the bank and I had a security man checking my temperature. Can you imagine? That's the right thing to do, you know. So you can't tell me education
We
is
will
not.
get there. We will come to that temperature. Actually, I have so many questions for you because
That's fine.
I don't understand why we are over 20,000 plus in Ghana, like the
That's
cases.
that's what I'm saying. You see, the education is all over. Well, you see, the education is all over. Anywhere you're going, or if you want to get into someone's office, you see it by the door. No mask, no entry, no sanitizer, no. So you get me. The education is all over, on radio, on TV, in buses, like everywhere. You understand? But
Yeah.
the proper of it is what we're talking about. You understand what
Oh,
I'm saying? The proper check of it is what we're talking about because we take it lightly, but the virus itself is wild. It's very wild. It's attacking, like, you understand. So if you are taking it lightly, it's more or less like we are not dealing with it properly. You understand?
So is it okay? This thing, it has nothing to do with government. It is us.
It's
So
us.
if the government is, I mean, everybody is suffering from that. So I am saying that we are not. Is it that we are not doing the right thing? That is
We
why cases right.
we are not doing the right thing. And I'm saying we are not doing the right thing because someone might think, okay, because he or she has the nose mask and the sanitizer, okay, he thinks it's good.
Yeah.
Understand? The person will put on the nose mask, all right, but along the line will shift it below his or her chin, or even drop it on his or her mouth, you know. And the thing is airborne, you know, and you know that we don't breathe through our mouth, through our nose. You get me? So if you push it on your mouth or under your chin, definitely you are breathing. And you know, air is a mixture of gases. We can't see air. You understand? So just as you've pulled it down, you've dropped it down. Definitely, the oxygen you're taking in, this virus, I mean, they are all around. You know, we can't see it with our eyes. So, what if where you're passing now, someone had passed and sneezed or coughed, you know, into the atmosphere, and you don't know, and you just pass by with your face mask below, and be like, okay, this thing, and you know, surprisingly, this virus can stay in the atmosphere for 8 good hours. You understand?
Oh
Yeah, it's
really? Eight
oh yeah,
hours.
8 good hours.
Wow.
Supposing I
Wow.
have, but I don't have. All right, but then supposing I
I
have.
because I know like 150 doctors have it. So how sure are we that you don't have it?
Oh yeah, I don't have it. 'Cause I'm not fine. You don't have to experience the symptoms before you know you don't have or you have. You know, some people have, but they don't show signs. You know,
Yeah.
those we call asthmatic patients.
So tell me this. What actually do you people, the health workers that go to the COVID, aside you wear your what PPEs and they spray you after seeing the COVID patient, do you bath? What do you do? Do you just go take it off, whatever, rush, wear your clothes, go back to your colleagues? Because I don't understand why there's a spread among the doctors like that. Doctors that are supposed to protect us are getting the virus. So what is the problem?
You know, with this, a lot of factors comes in place. Let's say, fine. If the thing, let's say, if I protect myself, like I mean, I'm all strapped, like with these people, stuff like that, and I come in contact with one COVID patient and stuff like that. After seeing that patient, there's a proper way of taking your stuffs off.
Okay.
Yeah, you can be in a face mask, face shield, hairnet, gloves, overall, everything fine. After you've met the person and you are coming back, there's a proper way of taking everything off so that you don't get infected yourself.
Wow.
You
So
understand?
people don't have washrooms that you have to bath before going
Oh,
to make. You don't have that. Or what is happening? Because I want to know. Because I don't understand why doctors actually have a lot of. There's a lot of doctors affected with COVID, and it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary to some of us because we are exposed out there. We sit in any cars. We don't we use church, we use taxis, we use Uber. And how sure are we can't even go and say I'm going to test, but we are not getting any common cold and stuff. And those that we are supposed to come to are getting the virus. This is serious. It's serious, honestly.
very,
It's
very,
serious.
it's very, very
It's serious.
serious. Yeah.
It's now a scary. It's now scary in the country because now we don't really like. We don't. It's like we are all not safe. We are all not safe.
Yes, it's true. You're all not safe. That's why you don't have to. I mean, you don't have to lose chance protecting yourself each and every second. You understand? Because it's everywhere. And also, you see, with the doctor issue you're talking about, that's what I'm saying. There's a proper of, I mean, getting things off yourself, like, I mean, taking
Is
off your
it that
stuff.
they didn't do it rightly? They didn't do it rightly, or what?
Some wouldn't have the knowledge of doing it, and some too, is in an hospital, like in a big hospital like this, it's not only one patient you are assigned to, you have other patients. So in one way or the other, the person will be like, okay, let me meet this person and then go and rush and meet this one. No, so has to go through the proper protocol to get all those things off. That wouldn't be ensured. You understand? So they just do anything anyhow, and they get themselves infected.
Okay, I look like someone has a question. Me, I have a lot of questions. So, I don't know if you can see through someone. PM is actually asking that the whole problem is our market women, and please ask him that what do we do to stop the virus being moved at the market square? Whoa, this is a very big question to you. So over to you.
Yeah, that's fine. That's a good question. I just read it. Yeah, but you see, we'll talk about social distancing when it comes to this market thing. You see
Yeah,
what you see in the initial stage, I said these protocols, the education is all over. In fact, people talking about, in fact, there was a time I sat in one trust key, looking around in the trust key, you could see flyers and posters telling
yeah,
us, I mean, to protect ourselves and stuff like that. The
sure.
education is all over. But you see, ignorance. These market women, they'll tell you social distancing, you know, you need to be at least 1 meter away from your colleague. But here lies the case that in a space of let's just say a 10-meter square, like a 10-meter
Yeah,
square space. You find like 5 or 10 market women at that particular place.
right.
All they know is, or you see, or they think this is all. They think this face mask is all.
Exactly. People think that when they have the mask on, they will not get the virus.
That the
That's
thing, the
what
virus can settle on
the
any
serious
part of your body.
issue is.
That is the issue, because it's airborne, and it's not only our nose that fills the air.
And I think that
Part of our body fills the air.
we media people, we are communicating. Use the nose mask, use the hand sanitizer. It looks like that is what is. Ooh, you got to have your network back and come back. This is serious. COVID-19 actually, guys, is very serious. Um, Maybe we have to call Bonnie back because of um the okay. I'll be adding him on. This issue is serious. This issue is something we have to really talk about. COVID-19 is not just about the nose mask and the sanitizers. We have so many things we have to do. Please, if you see Bonnie on, you tell me so that I will add him straight up. It's not just about the nose mask that we're using. It's also we have to wash our hands. Now they are saying it's airborne. So what do? It's airborne. Now it's all over. Like now cases come in and out. So okay, think Bunny is here. I'm adding him. Right. So
Yeah. So
don't not allow you to go back again. We will not allow you. So make sure your network is on.
this
Anyway,
time they're secured.
I was saying that we,
Yeah.
the media space, we are talking about the nose mask and also, and people should wear the nose mask they should wash their hands, they should use sanitizer. So why won't those market women feel COVID is all about having the mask and the sanitizer? Do you?
You know
That
that
is saying that okay, that is why I'm saying that we are not actually doing. Are we really educating the people well? That is why. That is how come. Like I'm asking you this question because if a normal market woman thinks that oh it's just nose mask and sanitizer. When I have that, I don't have COVID. Do you get it?
yes, I understand you.
Yeah. So what is your take on that?
It's actually not all about face masks and sanitizers or probably hand washing, but these are market women within they don't want to know anything apart from these three things. You understand?
That is
And
what
also,
they know.
when you see that's what I'm saying, ignorance, ignorance. They have it all right to see this thing fine, it's cool. Though you can have the face mask, the sanitizer and everything, but the proper use of it is what keeps you safe. You understand?
Oh,
You see someone like, let me demonstrate it. Like the person be
yeah,
like in the marketplace and will be selling. Okay, here's this, here's that. Talking to that doesn't make you safe.
sure.
You understand? And if
Now
after
let's drift a little. Let's drift a little. With this
fine,
mask you're wearing, the mask you're wearing, what you have okay, it looks like someone I don't want to skip anybody's question. I can
okay,
see asking the question by Bola 465 asking that what other method a government should adapt to what cater for the virus besides lockdown and distancing? So aside, he's trying to say aside the lockdown and distancing, social distance, is there any method the government can use so we can stop the virus is going viral? Like a lot of people are getting innocent people. So what can we do? It's really worrying. Aside social distancing and lockdown, what other things can we do?
that's a great question. That's a
Yeah,
great question.
yeah.
Uh, I think for me, to my opinion, I think proper check of uh, ensuring the use of this nose mask and sanitizers and stuff like that should be ensured. Because you can't. Yes, because you can't keep us indoors till this virus is over, and we can't say okay, we're going to town, we're not going to meet people. Definitely, we're going to find ourselves in the midst of people and stuff like that. So, the best thing there should be reinforcement in the
Okay.
use of face masks, in fact, face masks, face shield, and all these protective
Yeah. But can't we just do a master's thing? I think that is the best solution
masters.
because yeah, because I can be a carrier, but I don't know. You can be a carrier, you don't know. People, funny enough, some people have even had the COVID, and I've even recovered without them even knowing. Yeah, that is the kind of country we are in. So what do we do? What can you say? Like there should be, I think, so this aside the lockdown and the social distancing, we should have a mass test so that everybody you know that oh okay I have it, so I know I'm not going to isolate myself. I'm not going to go. You isolate yourself, like what maybe most of the president is doing, and a whole lot of people they are isolating themselves. So the issue was that if you actually we've done the tests, we've gone like the way we are going to do voters ID card. We should also have the masters. We all it's our right. Oh, is it not all right? It's all
Uh,
right. Yeah. So I don't
yeah,
know, but this social distance, lockdown, it should be reinforcement. Like I mean, I see it's not enough because still our market women, even if it's lockdown, market women still go to market. They still go.
of
They still.
course.
So what are we saying? Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I understand you. You know,
Yeah.
this mass test you're talking about, fine, is good, but I don't think it's the best because on that
We
mass ground, of course, on that mass,
are in the hospital, so you understand. You have the. Why don't you think it's the best? Tell me.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Someone who is not even having the virus or is not even suffering from anything like this will come to the mass ground and contact it. You get me?
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, so what we have to do is, in fact, there should be proper check on this thing. This thing, we wouldn't know how to handle it, but I think in our own little way, we can still do more because that's what I'm saying. On a mass ground, I may not be having it, and definitely when you go for this mass test or something like that, you definitely record a positive case. In fact, the negative will be more than a positive, but then you record a positive case. You understand? So some
Telling you right now. Oh my god. We watching
yeah,
television.
some people have the virus, but they are not showing signs, just as you were saying.
Yeah.
You understand? So when they go there without proper checks and stuff like that, they may come in contact with these innocent ones and they also end up being infected. You understand? Yeah. So yes, if we want to increase the numbers, fine, you can do this mass test.
Okay.
But because we want to cut everything short, I mean, we just want to get it to a state whereby you can really control it. I think we don't have to. We don't
Okay.
have to. We don't have to do the mass test. You know, it can be this way. Maybe an institutional kind of something.
Mm.
Let's say we have personnel from Ghana Health Service going to, let's say, Ministry of Agriculture or something like that. They
Yeah.
assemble all the workers over there, and they make sure they adhere to these safety precautions. You get me, like social distancing, whatever. And then with that, fine. Even though they'll be in their numbers, but wouldn't be as compared to this community mass test or
Yeah.
something like that. So with that one, be able to control it. And even with that one, when you get someone who tests positive, you would know how to communicate it to the person, and that one is an institution, so they will know how to isolate you from the rest of the
Wow.
people. Mass test, something like that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you for that clarification. Anyway, there's another question. Can you see that from PM? What can we do also to protect innocent people who buy fruits at the market as the market women refuses to use the protocol and our fruits are also affected? So I think that if you buy fruits from any, even if you buy any food stuff now, I don't know, but personally I do that. When I get anything from the market, I get home, I wash them under running water to protect myself, but I can't tell for others. And there are some things where about chimpo. The other time I was washing cassava and a friend was like, "Why are you washing cassava?" I was like, "It's covered season. You have to wash it under running water." But there are some people where they will never wash it. So that's
Of course.
like old way, like we just go home now you job and and that's it. Like yeah, that kind of thing. So
Yeah,
what say about this particular question? I think it's an intelligent question there. Thank
of
you for
course. Yes, just as you said, that was what I was about saying, that in this we are not in ordinary times.
yeah.
Okay? So we should have this in mind and take note that whatever we get, even our phone, after using it or after taking it from someone, or in fact after dropping it on a table or whatsoever, when we pick it up again, we need to sanitize it, before we further use it. So with foodstuffs, something edible, I will personally say we should do this. We should wash it under running water, just as you were saying. we should wash it under running water, and to make sure, say, some stuffs can be washed even with soap.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can even do that if you want to. So washing it under running water is the best way.
Okay.
Not like getting it from the market and just and some people will be like, I have to emphasize more. I have to hit more on the washing. Let's say if you get an apple from a fruit seller,
Sure.
and apple is, to me or for me, it's more tempting. When you get it like that, you'll be tempted. You'll be tempted to take it like instant.
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel like, Charlie, this time around there's no water here. Charlie, let me just rub it in my shit like that. You get me? Yeah. It used to be those times, but now you don't have to. Because when you do that, you put in your life. I mean, you're risking yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand? So if you have to wash it, you have to wash it very well, because those stuffs, like the apples and the peeled off oranges, are exposed to the atmosphere.
Even with vegetables, cabbage, carrots, you see where
those
Charlie.
those stuffs, you don't have to peel them off before eating.
Yeah.
So those are the things you have to really wash them very well, because those edible stuff, they are going directly into your mouth. Like, I mean, you don't have to cook them. You're not going to cook it for you to say, so, okay, maybe the bacteria or whatever will die. So this one you are not cooking.
Sure.
You're going to take it raw. So washing it before you finally take it should be done well.
Sure.
Not just
now
you're okay. No.
Okay.
Some people will be in a hurry to wash it, so they just pour some small water crown on it, then they're okay. No, you have to wash it like from side and side, up and down, turn it all over, wash it very well before you finally take it.
Or if even with the washing of hands, like what we're talking about, like we just get the liquid soap and we just put it in our hands and we just do this and that's it. We're done. But I believe medically you have a way of washing your hand. I think you have to wash till this level, right? If I'm right. And you can demonstrate, let's educate people on how to wash hands. You can just do it. Maybe you don't have any water, or maybe perhaps
actually it's been done this way. You just when you get the soap in your palm, just start with like this. You just do your hand like this onto the soap. You just rub it.
So you like those onto the soap and
you
rub.
You just rub. You do the same thing. You get me?
Really?
Yeah. It comes this way. It comes that way. It comes this way. It comes this way, and it comes this way too. You have to wash your hands.
Wash your hands well.
Because you see, I'm saying I'm also one. I'm also one. You wash this one. You wash, take it this way, take it this way, take it that way. You get me? You do it that way. So that you wash your thumb. Then you wash your wrist. Yeah, some even wash to their elbow.
Amazing.
To their elbow, you get me? So that's the proper way of washing your hand. And it should be running water.
Okay, then it looks like we are all lost, because I think that is because we just put the soap and it's like you're in a hurry to go. So maybe you're in a hurry.
You're just off.
Wow. Okay, someone is Lizzie Ojo is saying, talking of apple, washing it under running water. What of banana? Ooh, what a great question. Thank you,
Lizzie. Fine. It's just the same thing. You can still you'll have to wash it, because you definitely touch it before peeling it.
Look at the way the banana is. How do you wash it without harvest, because when you take it off, the how do I even call it? When you peel it off, you are not peeling the banana itself. You just want to do it, wash it properly. But it comes like we have about 6 bananas. Do you get what I'm saying? How do you wash that to very well before you start eating? Because even eating crap or no, you might think there's some way. Banana is and you're walking and you're hungry, you get banana. And you have to go and get soap and what? This life is. Thanks so much, Lizzie, for asking that question. Now to you.
Yeah. With the banana, let's say let me use your example, like getting 6 bananas, 6 bunch of bananas. You let's say to ensure proper washing of it, you don't have to wash all at a go.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you just take 2, wash the 2 very well before you take it, then you move on to the next set of 2. You do the same thing for it, and then the last 2. Okay, but you don't have to gather all under one, because you said run under running water, so you just bring everything, even if it is, I don't know, as many as it is, you just bring it under the running water. No.
Hurry to eat. We are not used to just washing or stuff. Like it's not part
Yeah.
of that. So it's like it's a portion.
This hand washing and washing of vegetables and fruits before it's not something we do. You understand? That's how
it's a problem. It's really something that is really worrying.
that's how come the cases keeps rising. Because we think even if you are doing it cry, we think okay, we wouldn't ensure the proper check of it. We think okay, once the water has touched it in quantity, then we're good to go. But that's not how it's supposed to be. You understand? That's not how it's.
All right.
So you can wash the banana, and then banana when you're taking, you just hold it at the bottom, start peeling it off.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't bare hand. What you're taking in, make sure you don't touch it with bare hand. You're just holding the peel with the banana in there, and just be taking that. You get me?
So let's drift a little to those temperatures that they take at every. In fact, even if you want to go to a place just for 1 minute, they'll say no. It's ShopRite. They'll just take. Some don't even show your temperature to you. They just take it and like go.
It's true. It's all over.
Just take temperature. Even in churches now, I believe that's what they do. Like before at what percentage can you say that this temperature, this person is actually can maybe has the symptoms, so we should take this person to the hospital? Are they even educated? Because it looks like anybody can just get up and just have this and okay. That they are not doctors. So what can you say about that? What is your take on these temperatures that they are taking?
I've been a victim, Yeah. Moving from one office to the other. I went to one office like that. In an attempt to enter, I was told to wash my hand. I did everything. They checked my temperature. When I got in there, the man in there was like, okay, then I should proceed by getting to the next office. So me coming out to the next office, it was just a door away from where I went first. When I got there, the security there told me that I have to wash my hand again. And they'll check my temperature. Actually, I think some actually do it for fun. You see, everything is out of ignorance. They feel good. They feel good having it. They feel good having it in their hand. You get me? Yeah. So they'll be like, it makes them feel bossy in a way. But then when they see you, imagine a security guy checking the temperature of a doctor.
Yeah.
You know how it's like? Just because, let's say, the security guy is just at the entrance of, let's say, a bank, and a doctor just maybe come to make a deposit or a withdrawal. When it gets to the entrance, whereas the security has no idea or no knowledge about anything health-wise. He is the one in position to check your temperature. And the normal temperature of every human being is supposed to be 37,
Yeah.
37 degrees. If you go above that, when they detect you have coronavirus, because one symptoms of coronavirus is high temperature.
So no, there are some people that naturally their temperatures are already high. They are always on heat, that kind of thing. Naturally, that is their temperature. So what if that person is not a covered person? If you check my temperature and I'm higher, like with what you just said right now, I'm high. Like I'm not a covered, but I don't have covered. So what can you say concerning people like that? Because I think this temperature thing, personally, they are naive about what you're doing and you're not doing it. Like they'll just use it because it's part of the precautionary measures that they're putting in place. So if my temperature is like, let me say, 38 or 39, you can't say I'm a COVID. I have corona. You can't say that. Naturally, that is me. So what can you say about that?
Yeah, some of the sicknesses or some of the diseases actually comes along with high temperatures. Yeah, it's not necessarily about contracting COVID. You understand? But I don't know what they tell the security guys and those who check these temperature stuffs. They're like, I'm sure they tell them, say, if it goes above the normal range, which is 37, they shouldn't be allowed because the person is a suspect or something like that. But you can feel feverish and your temperature will be high. You understand? So if, let's say, I'm feeling feverish and I want to get to the bank to get some money to go and buy some medications and stuff like that. When I get there and then they check and they realize my temperature is high, does it confirm to their knowledge that I have contracted the disease, the
It's,
virus?
it's,
No.
yeah,
And
that is what I'm trying.
some too, I would say some too, their machine is not working. Some too, their machine is not working. It only gives one, how do you call it? One temperature result. 34,
Wow.
30.4. I don't know whether you've encountered that.
No, no, not really. I actually go to places where their machine is really working, and I always ask them, like, I want to see my temperature. So I think Bola has a question. Bola, is it Bola? Yeah, Bola has a question for you. Um, are you with us? Are you busy? Are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Uh,
Let me see the question.
okay,
Uh,
he has a question for you. Bola has a question for you, and Lizzie too, I think, has to have a question for you.
all right,
Abby,
all right. Uh, is it okay? If I'm to get it right, is it can a recovered patient contract the virus again? If
what
yes, will it be severe or less?
is
Okay. Uh, for that particular question, to be honest with you, I've not researched about it, but what I heard from one health practitioner was that once you get the virus and you recover from it, you are not likely to get infected again because your body builds antibodies against it.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
That's
Then
what
it's
I
okay.
heard.
At least you get it, and it's like you're not getting it again.
That's what I heard. I don't know how true that is because myself I've not researched into it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So
That
I
when you
think
get it, you are not likely to get it again. But I think it's, to my opinion, even though I haven't researched on it, I think it's false.
okay.
because this virus has most of its symptoms like common cold. You get
Okay.
me?
Okay.
So if you can't tell me you've had common cold once in your lifetime.
No.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Actually,
So
I really hate it because it would change the way you talk. You sound nasal. I just hate. So I just don't want to hear anything like COVID, like because cold is something. It's like a headache for me. Talk less of.
you understand. I don't think that was a brilliant answer. So I mean, you can't say when you get COVID, you are not likely to contract it again because your body will build antibodies against it. No, I don't think so. Because if I'm comparing it to that of common cold, then I'm choosing common cold because it behaves like that. And common cold is also caused by a virus. You
Yeah.
understand? Yeah.
Yeah.
So if coronavirus has all its symptoms to be that of common cold, and you still can contract common cold like as many as you want, then it's more or less like you can still contract coronavirus even if you recover.
Okay.
That's when you are not adhering to the safety precautions.
Okay.
Yes. And it will still be severe. I mean, its severity would depend on how you go about it.
Okay.
Because if it happens that way, and if you see that if you suspect something like that, and you you are more or less like you are taking it, you are not serious about it. I mean,
Okay.
it will develop into something else.
Wow. 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 I think there's another question from Lizzie Odro, saying that so checking of my temperature and I'm above 37 degrees, as you're saying, doesn't mean I have corona. Uh, I asked that question. I think I asked that question. Okay, it's a good question, Lizzie. Thank you. Yeah, about that.
I think checking temperature and I'm above 37 degrees, as you're saying, doesn't mean I have corona. No, your temperature can be above 37. And if you're not experiencing symptoms associated to this virus, then that doesn't make you
Yeah.
a virus patient. You get me? Just as I'm saying, you can be feeling feverish,
Okay.
and when you're feeling feverish, definitely your temperature will go high.
Yeah.
So if your temperature is above 37, let's say you went to check it was 39, and you feel hot within, like you feel your temperature has gone up.
Okay.
Doesn't confirm that. Before this corona thing came in place, people temperature used to go high.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you remember, I don't know for the Indomie generation, but if you remember when you first go to the hospital, they put thermometer in your armpit.
Armpit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was born by then. I'm not a child, so I'm not part of the intermediate.
They put that thermometer into your armpit to check the body temperature. You know,
Yeah.
when it's
Yeah.
above 37, they know that okay. They'll know how to make diagnosis around that. So it's not all about body temperature, even though it is a symptom, but then it's not all about body temperature.
Okay. Okay. So it's like someone is chastising us for not answering the question. I wish you could see that. PM, please, can you bring back a question so that we answer it for you? Thank you. Okay. So let's talk about the face shield. People are using it now without nose mask. Do you think it's the
In fact, before you even end, I'll say it's cost 90. It's cost 90. This is a respiratory. In fact, this COVID we are talking about is a respiratory tract infection.
okay?
And our respiratory organ is our lungs, and we breathe through our nostrils into our lungs and stuff like that. So if they are covering, I don't know what they cover. I don't know. I want to understand what do they cover if they put on the face shield without face mask. What do they cover?
I
Is it
don't
that they
know.
want to see clear, or can someone help me with that?
No, but actually, funny enough, most musicians use that for their virtual concerts. So I'm not joking. So it looks like people now see it to be, everything that the TV carries, everything the TV puts on, people think is the right thing. So
Yeah.
I don't blame people who are just wearing it because they see it, oh, they're using it for virtual concert because they want to sing well without the notes, but they think it's the right thing to do. So, we wear the face shield with a face mask, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
They put on, I see them around. It's not even only musicians doing their virtual concert and stuff like
A
that.
lot
If it,
of people are just walking around with that,
yeah,
honestly. Yeah,
which
just
is which, which is
walking.
so inappropriate.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
so
I
so
think
inappropriate.
I think PM has brought the question back. I think you can read it to yourself too. You can read it. Can our beverages being affected at the production by infecting people, by the affected persons? And how long can COVID-19 last in our bottled water? Is being in our bottled water is being affected by affected persons. Are you trying to say that I think with my understanding to the question, like if you have bottled water and it's being affected, can you reframe your question well so that we can really understand what you mean? PM.
I think I'm just trying to think through what
Yeah,
he's.
yeah. It
Yeah.
looks like there was
As-
an issue that has been
if I'm
mentioned.
to get, I think he's on the line. But if I'm to get, if is he a he or a she?
It's a he, actually. It's a he. He's a movie producer, PM.
All right.
PM.
If he's a he, okay, let's say before, when you go to these production companies or manufacturing companies, uh, you know there's this proper check over there. They don't just do things anyhow.
Okay.
You understand? And I'm sure in this corona era, I'm sure, yeah, in this corona era where the education is all over, when they suspect you with a COVID case, I'm not sure you even be allowed to get into the bottling section or bottling kind of a place. I'm sure.
Yeah.
In fact, before you be allowed in there where the final production or the final package is being done,
Yeah, sure.
I'm sure the checks before you finally get in there. Because
Oh, uh,
this
I'm not really cutting you, but there's a production like special ice water. They have checked all. Yeah, they've tested all the workers. So I don't think if you have COVID, can sneak your way and go and help in this water production and stuff like that. No, no, I believe we are safe on that end because they are doing a good job for us.
yeah. Yeah,
And
because
the whole country, China, like by now we all have it because how many we all drink water each and every day, like we have COVID. PM, is that what you mean?
Sally, like no be easy.
like we have Like we all have COVID, honestly.
Seriously,
It
seriously.
affects our water. Hi, yeah, yeah. Like we are dead.
Yeah, but before you finally get to that point in that company, I mean that manufacturing or final bottling
Yeah,
packaging thing, before you finally get there, I'm sure you would have gone through a series of checks because that's
yeah,
the final stage for the product to come to the market.
yeah, yeah,
Yes, and you don't know who the product is going to get to. You don't know who is going to buy out there. So whatever safety precautions they need to take, I'm sure they will take it before they finally do the package.
oh, sure, 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 sure.
But I'm
Anyway,
not saying to trust them anyway, but then I doubt there will be something like that.
okay, okay. So, okay, he has got another question. Wow, I like what is going on here because apparently my questions are all being asked by my lovely viewers. I love that. So, there's another question: can our bottled water being also affected at the production? If yes, okay. Actually, he was trying to tell us what we just discussed. It looks like we didn't really get what he was saying, so he rephrased it. Okay, thank you very much, PM. That is actually an intelligent question.
Can our bottled water?
Yeah, that is what we just spoke about.
Yeah, okay. And you see this sterilize this companies stuff like that. They sterilize all their products, and I mean, let's say their bottles and stuff before it finally. You see, they have a proper way of dealing with their stuffs because it's a whole company on its own. So if they mess up one just an error, like a minute error, can cause a whole destruction. So they are very careful about anything they put out there.
Okay. So, let's get it serious here, small. Let's just dive into the whole what we do. A very sensitive case in regards to our students who have COVID now. From your point of view, you have seen so many people coming to Red Hospital with a whole lot, like they have contracted the virus, and you're there with the COVID people, so you know them, you know how it feels like. And there's a COVID recorded in high school, and it looks like we are not doing anything serious. School is still going on. Do you think is the right way to solve this problem? I'm putting you on this hot seat because you're always with them, and you know the consequences with this COVID issue. COVID-19 is serious. It's not a joke. It's a deadly virus. So
yes, I.
yeah.
Let me get the question again. Are you trying to say that?
Okay, you know what? We have like 1 minute remaining. I like what is going on. We will. The life is going to end in the space of 1 minute. So we will go back and come back again. So please,
That's
all
that's
those
that's a question.
the questions, all those asking the questions, please come back. We'll go back. We'll continue. We'll ask more questions. So please don't go off. I will be back on the live. So please,
We're going for
let's go and come
break
back,
right
okay?
now.
So that we get. And we'll be right back. Of course, we're going for a commercial break. We will be right back. Thank you all. Those still on, please don't leave me. Your questions, please bring it back so that we'll answer them for you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well. So I am back. I guess. I guess my followers are here. I'm back. So, we'll be adding Bonnie soon if he joins, if he comes on. Let's try and find him. COVID-19 actually it's serious, and please, all those that ask the questions, please ask your question again so that we will give you solutions. And if you can use the question mark on your box to ask the question, it will help a lot because sometimes it's hard to read all the questions so that we will get it answered. I think Bonnie has to join again, so we add him on. Yeah, he is on, so I'm adding him right away. Okay.
Okay, so we went for a commercial break and we are back. And thank you for your hey. We went for a commercial break and we are back. So I think the questions. I think PM, you have to write your question again. Oh, thank you, PM. You're really enjoying this show. Thank you so much. Bring back your question so that we can answer it for you. And I think Newton, too, you got to bring back your questions so that I answer it for you. Now, to what we were talking about in terms of COVID-19, it's a serious issue. Now I'm scared in the country because when I sit, no, when we sit in church or when we sit in taxis, like anywhere, sometimes you need water, you're thirsty, so it's not everybody that can afford what do you call it?
Water.
Water.
Okay.
They buy pure water. So buying the pure water hawkers there, they are just selling it. They just take the water like that and give it to you with the same hand taking the money, of which we know that money is actually one of the hot costs. Yes.
Yeah.
So what can you say about that? Because if I'm thirsty in a car and I need water, I just get pure water, and I don't even sanitize the water or something. Let me
So
see.
you can't sanitize the water before taking.
I just take it out like this, and that's it. I just take it.
Yeah.
So what can you do? What should we do? What's the proper way to go about? What's the proper way to go about it?
Okay, actually, if it is not bottled water and it's just this sachet water, you see they carry it in their pan on their head. So,
yeah.
So I think the best way to get this, or to be on the safer side, you have to pick the water yourself. You don't have to let him or her pick it for you from the pan.
Okay.
Yes, you have to pick it yourself. The very moment he or she touches it, you're entitled to change it.
Okay.
Yeah, if only you want it, you can still accept it, but you are entitled to change it. It's not obligatory that once he or she has picked it up for you, you have to automatically accept it. No, you understand? So
yeah.
So basically, you have to take it yourself. And also, you see, those are the people, you see, that's what I'm saying, ignorance. Ignorance is very, very deep in this issue. Those are the same people. I'll classify them as market women because I'll put them in the same category. Because they are one, of course, but they are just that they work in the traffic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
These same people, they put on face masks thinking they are well protected and yet pull it down on their mouth or under their chin.
Yeah.
So they think once the face mask is hanging on their ears down their chin, they think
that's
they're safe.
That's it.
No.
Yeah.
No. And they keep exchanging. And if I'm buying something from a traffic, like from if I'm in the traffic getting something from these traffic vendors, I'm not the only person he or she has taken money from. And money is also another way of transmitting this virus because the virus can settle on surfaces. So the virus can actually settle on money as well. And they've been trading from morning to evening, taking money. Giving out, stuff like that. So if you are to allow this same person take water for you, what are you talking about? And let me demonstrate it this way.
Okay.
A minute.
Yeah.
You see, this is my face mask. This is my face mask. So if I'm putting this on, this is obvious. This is the outer part. This is what will be facing the world. You get me? Yeah, the colored part, colored portion will be facing the world. And let's say this is the inner part. The black space here is the inner part. So when I fix it on like this, when I fix it on like this, and this part of it, is facing the wall, and if I'm to come in contact with any coronavirus patient or whatsoever, and the virus happens to settle on this surface, like without it getting to me, if it settles on this surface, and I'm the same person selling in traffic, because I want to talk to the one buying, I'll have to bring it down, which is not the proper way. They will bring it down like this. They will hold it, supposing the virus has settled on this part of it.
Sure.
They will hold it to their bare hands, drop it down below their chin, and now use the same hand to pick water for you, and take your money and even change it. You get me? So that's why
The issue is that we are not used
but we're not
the problem is that it's like we are already having our own world, and out of nowhere COVID comes in, and no, I'm putting myself in their shoes because
yeah.
we are already in our own world. This is how we do our stuff here. Yeah, we do it that way. We are not what's up. Yeah, the amount. Like Accra is hot, so people are just doing it that way. But it's not like we are doing it like that. And also, like we out of nowhere, COVID came, and we have to be using sanitizer. So in the traffic where the car is going, I need your money. Do you expect me to use sanitizer to wash my hands and like use the sanitizer before I pick the for you, or no, it's the way. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. Actually, there's another question from PM for you. I think you can read it there yourself. But before we answer this,
so PM knew I was coming, so he got the questions about that.
I am just enjoying him. You know what, PM? I'm going to give you something. I've noted some people down that
I wish I meet him in person because the questions keep coming. I'm still enjoying it.
I owe Lizzie, I owe Bola, and I owe PM something. And God, please DM me, and you have it, okay?
What about me answering the questions? Do you have anything for me yet?
Of course, you are. See, I have something great for you. You have no idea. I actually don't tell my guests giveaway on the show. It's actually a big surprise. So when you see it, I think that one is another segment. When we are presenting it to you, everybody will see. Everybody will see it. So don't worry. Anyway, it's part of the. Let's go straight. Before you answer PM's question, I think we have to talk a little bit about, do you think as Ghanaians we are doing, like we are solving this issue, COVID, we are working at it, like we are doing our best to help eradicate this problem? Do you think so? Because I don't. I'm not saying government, because COVID had nothing to do with government. It has to do with all of us. So are we doing well? Are you doctors doing the right thing for us? Because sometimes today they'll say there's a case, maybe somebody died out of maybe something else, and they turn out to be, it's not even COVID, but yeah, they are saying say COVID, like they say it's COVID, but it's not COVID. The person actually had something else, and they are saying it's COVID. So, do you think the other things will help eradicate this coronavirus from this country?
Of course.
But of course, issues can help solve COVID in this country.
Yes, we can solve it. I mean, it's not a big deal. It is a big deal, but it's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal. So
yeah, only we have adhered to protocols. It's not a big deal.
Doctors, I'm trying to say that.
Okay.
You doctors,
fine.
And say there is an issue of maybe someone died out of COVID, but later on we are told it's not COVID, it's something else that maybe happened. It's not coronavirus, but there's a notion that, oh, this person, I'm not going to talk about Rage Hospital, because Rage Hospital is the hottest hospital in the news. That we all know, we both know. And the issue is that, do you think that thing that the doctors are doing, or maybe you people are doing, will it really help us to solve this COVID issue in the country? That is what I'm trying to ask.
Okay. Okay. Let's say this COVID, yeah, has so many, let's say it has its own symptoms. You hear me? So if we rule out, so we tell a patient to do a COVID test, doesn't necessarily mean the person is a COVID-19 victim. You understand? Let's say, for instance, if you have, how do you call it? Malaria, 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 and is it malaria? Yeah, malaria and typhoid has a like they have similarities, the symptoms.
Okay. Can you speak up a little bit?
Okay, fine. I'm saying if you have malaria, or yeah, if you have malaria and typhoid has the symptoms, like they have similarities in
Okay.
terms of, yeah. So if I come to you and I'm like, yeah, I feel dizziness, my tummy, my head, so and so, stuff like that. I wouldn't know I wouldn't know what's wrong with you, like actually, you get me? So I'll just rule out cases like, okay, go and do malaria test, MPs for BF4 MPs, and then Redal. I'm just giving you these two, so that whatever that comes out positive is what we are going to treat you on.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So not running away from your question. COVID has, it's like, let's say it has its symptoms to be that of common cold.
Okay.
You know, when you have common cold, you have shortness of breath if it becomes severe.
Sure.
Yeah. So if I'm suffering from common cold and I'm having this shortness of breath, someone will say, "Oh, Charlie, this thing be like corona that too." Because it's all the symptoms. I'm using common cold because it has all its symptoms falls under that of corona. So I may be suffering from dryness of throat, dry cough, high temperature, dizziness, shortness of breath, and stuff like that. And seeing that in a patient, I'll be like, okay, let's test for this, let's test for that, and let's again test for COVID as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because what we are testing for actually have symptoms to be what you're feeling. So we test for all of that. I'm not a prophet, doctors are not prophets to say, okay, because you've told me you are suffering from, let's say, headache, so I'm just ruling it out to be like, so and so, this is the case you brought out.
Okay.
Yeah, common cold can also give you headache, malaria can give you headache, fever can give you, yeah. So I'll just give you, I'll just outline some labs for you to go and do. Whatever that comes out positive is what we're going to treat you on. And COVID seems to be that of common cold and even pneumonia, So we'll just rule it out like that for you to go and test for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I think PM is trying to say something. If you can read it from your end, I don't know if it's a question or maybe it's something that has to do with fear concerning, like.
Okay, this COVID-19 brought me fear and I got a heartbeat. So I was rushed to Pentecost Hospital at Medina.
And as of now, I haven't. And as of now, I am having a letter from the clinic to come and see the clinic psychologist. Oh, okay. So it looks like now the COVID is causing fear and panic. And as of now, me, Adjoa sitting here, I am scared.
You are scared.
Yes,
Oh,
I am. Because
you
now
have to be
they were
scared.
no, no. The issue is that we didn't even know that it was airborne. We thought it was not. So, like wearing your nose mask and stuff. And recently, just this week and last week, we actually heard from WHO that now the COVID is an airborne disease. And it's like if it's airborne, then we are all not safe.
Being it airborne, it's not about last 2 weeks issue. The very first day this corona came, I mean landed on earth, eh, it became
Mm-hmm.
from that time, somewhere in November in Wuhan, China.
Yeah, Wuhan.
It's
Yeah.
been it's been airborne since that time. I mean from that
It
time
has
till
been airborne since that time. But if you will remember carefully that when it started in Ghana, even the nose masks, I think it was on TV, then like those who wear the nose masks are those that are affected. But later on, when they realized the essence of the nose mask, they are now telling people to put it on. If you remember very carefully. So people thought it was just a normal thing. So I don't blame people when they are actually behaving that way. Because when it came, I remember when the first time I tried the mask to town and people saw me like, hey, why because muka who been to Nigeria back country. That kind of thing. People keep saying that and I'm wondering, like, what? So it's like from the genesis, from the onset, we didn't really we thought it was personally. I thought it was not an airborne disease. I thought it was something else. But later on, I found out that it's an airborne disease. So, what do you have to say now that people are scared? They are scared, fear and panic everywhere concerning COVID. What do you have to say?
okay. In everything there's a good and bad. You get me? So people being scared
Yeah.
is good. And it's not even good to be scared. But it's good they are scared.
Mm-hmm.
It's good they are scared. And that will push them to adhere to the necessary protocols. You understand? I mean, I think the
Yeah.
fear should be more. I think it's
Okay.
even obvious. You're looking at Ghana, how we came about with all these things. It's even obvious. When it first started, Charlie, when they started with this lockdown frame or something like that, looking at the fear in town, it was more intense than that as it is now.
Yeah.
And when the fear was in, I mean, when there was so much fear and panic all around, that was when we were recording low
Yeah.
cases.
Yeah.
You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Mm.
Because I remember on 2 days we had no new case. Our
Hmm.
number was still the same. I mean, during those times.
Yeah. Yeah. During the lockdown days.
Yeah,
I like what you're saying. So, do you think we should bring back the lockdown?
I'll say no. I'll say
No.
no. Oh,
So
I
why
wish,
do
I wish they can bring it back. Whereas it would they affect
you
our
tired
day
of
to day life.
testing the
I mean,
COVID? Like, aren't you tired of testing people each and every time? Aren't you tired of that?
myself, I'm not tired.
You are not really.
You know,
By
I'm not.
that was by the way. That was just by the way. That's a question from Bola for you. From Bola, is it Bola or am I pronouncing your name right? From Bola, he said we are fighting a collective battle against common enemy. What do you think WHO should do assist under the developed countries to speed up the fight against COVID-19. Even in the China, they don't even have a cure as at now.
Yes,
So,
there's actually no known cure for COVID or
and I
vaccination.
believe if there's a cure now, it would take how many years does that take before we can start actually? You already know. I know that it will take a long time. So,
Definitely.
with what that's a brilliant question, Bola. Thank you so much for that question. I think I'll leave it for you to answer that. Like you got to. This is actually your take. I'm not going to help you in that.
You see, with a question like this, I would think, or I think, we should understand, or we should have the basic idea of how this whole coronavirus thing is. That's
Yeah.
where we can fight it. In
Okay.
most parts, I mean, in some parts of the world, I will say they are fighting the wrong battle.
Really?
Of course, yeah,
Say that.
I'll say they are fighting the wrong battle. If you are to look at this thing very, very well,
Okay.
we'll know how to minimize it. Because from my own research, yeah,
Okay.
I know this. I think let's go into science now. Let's yeah,
Don't
enough.
tell us. Actually, not our feet. Anyway,
Yeah,
let's go.
enough of the grammar.
Okay.
Yeah, coronavirus. Yeah, it's actually an infectious virus, which we all know. It's communicable. I mean, its mode of transmission. I mean, it's communicable. It has a pH of 5.5 to 8.5.
Okay.
I know what that means. In fact, the science students or the science personnel on the field will understand.
Okay.
The pH of these viruses ranges from 5.5 to 8.5.
Okay.
And when we talk about pH is how acidic or alkaline a solution is.
Okay.
Yeah, so from 5.5 to 8.5. That's the range for
The range.
virus.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
the range for the virus. And in order to get rid of this virus or to minimize its severity in you, I made mention of this pH because I know what I want to say in addition to that.
Okay.
We need to, one scientist, Dr. Sabi, said something. He said, no virus can survive under an alkaline environment or in an alkaline solution.
Okay. Okay.
What does that mean? Whatever virus it is, see, being HIV, hepatitis, corona, we now know of coronavirus. So coronavirus, whatever virus, it cannot survive under an alkaline environment or in an alkaline solution.
Okay.
What this means is that from 8, I don't know, with way back in school, I'm sure you did some science, some small science.
Oh, of course I did. I did science.
Yeah.
But I hate it, so don't even go there if you want to ask.
Yeah, this is the time for the science students. That's how come I'm saying this. From on a pH scale, from 1 to 6.
Okay.
6.
Okay.
And from 8 to 14 is alkaline or is basic. But 7 is neutral.
Okay. Okay.
So mostly when you test the pH of water, mostly is mostly 7.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So from 1 to 6 is acidic, and to know the how do you call it? How powerful the acidic content is. starts from the rate starts from 1 to 6. So if it's, meaning it's very, very high. If it's 2, it's high but not like 1. If it's 3, it's high but not like 2, up to 6.
Okay.
But to the
Okay.
alkaline or the basic side, if it's 8, meaning it's lower, 9. 8 is lower than 9, 9 is lower than 10, like that, to 14.
Yeah.
So in order to get rid of this virus, whereas we know that the pH ranges from 5.5 to 8.5, if you
Okay.
contract 1, and in order to get rid of it or to minimize its, proliferation, you need to take in more alkaline foods
Okay.
to make your
Sure.
system more. You need to take in more alkaline foods, and these
Sure.
alkaline foods, we find them in lemon, dandelion,
Okay.
like, in fact, vegetables.
Vegetables. Okay. Okay. So there's another question from
So
PM.
these are all vegetables. So if we are to know this, and to answer that question, if you are to know this, and we ensure the proper, how do you call it? The protocol, we adhere to those protocol, nose masks, kind of a thing. Personally, we need to deal with it by taking more alkaline foods, so we don't get infected. And even if we get infected, the mode of transmission or the transmission will be minimized. Everything will be under control by so doing.
Okay.
This
Okay.
has to do
So
with
PM
the
has,
thing.
I think I have to draw your attention to a question that is there for you by PM. I don't know if you've seen that. I guess you've seen that, right?
How much does a COVID test cost? Is it, if it's high, why? If the cost
Then
is high, then why can't the government
that
use the money to bring back the
to bring
lockdown?
back the lockdown? And how do the isolation people feed? Is it by the government? Wow, what an interesting question there. I like that. PM, in fact, you do. Oh, I like that. I like that, PM. PM, really, 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 I like that. I like that. Okay, so this is to you. How, if I started in bed, do we really, let's
It's
start in bed.
it's like 3 or 4 questions in one.
Yes, yes. So I'm going to you. So do people actually pay for the test for
No,
COVID-19,
it's actually
or
free.
it's actually free? It's free.
It's actually free.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can
So
get tested.
everybody now know that it's free. So
It is because they even go to the marketplaces. Yeah, because I know of one market in Taifa when I used to be there. They came there, they tested for all the
okay. Okay.
market
Okay.
men
So,
over there. It's actually free.
so it's free. So we don't need to bring back the lockdown.
No, it's actually
So
free.
yes,
So you
actually.
can go and test yourself if you're feeling uneasy, or if you think you fall in line, or you feeling symptoms of COVID, you can go in and test for yourself. I mean, it's for your own good.
Yeah, so it's totally free.
It's
Totally.
actually
So we'll move back. So we don't need to come back to the COVID, as you saying, because it's free. So there's no high cost there. So we will not come back to lockdown in this country. So he's asking again that the isolation people, how do they feed? Does the government do that?
yeah. At a point, I know when it started, the government was the one taking care of it, but now I don't know. But then if they still take care of it, they are fine. But I'm sure it wouldn't be as first, because now the numbers keeps rising, and the government is finding ways and means of getting isolation centers to contain all these people. So
I think there was
in hundreds, not in tens anymore. So
yeah.
for them, I think they need to add them to the school feeding program.
It's in thousands. Now it's not in hundreds again. It's in
It's
thousands.
no longer in hundreds, you see. we've moved from tens to hundreds down to thousands.
So tell me how. My very last question, and we will think roll it. So if you have any question, you can bring it up because my very last question. If you have anybody here who have only one question, you can bring it up to add to what I'm I'm about asking. And this issue of people uh trying to get like this isolation. People say they get corona, they go to the hospitals and they say they are okay, so they should go home and they'll bring nurses and doctors and trust you me. A lot of people are complaining that that kind of trust, like the nurses and doctors don't even come to their homes. They don't go there. How true is that? How true exactly is that? Because I believe Rage Hospital is big. So if Rage Hospital has a lot of let me say a lot of um, COVID people, and so whoever is tested is asked to go home, and the nurses go there, and they don't go there. What are we trying to do? Are we joking, or we want to extend more of COVID cases? We want to get to millions before we know that yes, COVID has really entered the country. So, what is your take on this particular stuff? What is your take on that?
Uh, okay, as to they going home,
They are
and
not going. Like you are there. You are in the medical field.
all right.
So if is it true that I want to know how true it is that people come there and they are tested positive, but they don't have a place to, maybe the quarantine or the quarantine place or the isolation centers are free and are full up. So they actually tell them to go home and the nurses will be attending to them in their houses, but they don't do that. The nurses don't go. So how true is it? How is it true? Like how true is this thing? Just talk to us on that because we want to we want to know
You
what
know,
is going.
once you feel uneasy, or once you feel this, you're experiencing all these symptoms, and you come and we test you and we realize you are positive, we don't allow
Mm-hmm.
you to go home.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because for all you know, as you were coming, if you didn't drive yourself here, maybe you use this public transport to get here.
So
Definitely, one way or the other, those around you in the bus or on the walkway are not safe, or they were not
okay.
safe. Let me just put it that way. Because
Sure.
so when you come and we test you and we realize that you are positive, we test you and you
Mm-hmm.
are positive. That is when I mean, we will quarantine you. You're not going back home.
Okay.
Yeah, we will provide a place for you. Then we keep you under serious monitoring.
Okay.
So that's when all these treatment thing will take place.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
if you have to leave you again to go back, if you have to join public transport, fine, you come in contact with people before you finally get home to meet your family.
Okay.
Before you
Okay.
know, this virus has to do with it becomes severe when your immune system is down. So if you have this virus and you are home with an old person, to which we
Mm.
know that with these old people, they are said to have their immune system. I mean, not like the
Yeah.
young guys.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Yeah.
young ones. You know,
Absolutely.
those people, their immune system is a bit down. So you going home with such a condition, what are you trying to tell us? I mean, automatically you're going to get them infected.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we don't allow them. Once you test positive, you are now in our care.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
when we leave you, you are going to contaminate the nation.
Mm. Mm.
You understand? Yeah. So can you imagine? One person was like, I was reading it in news that I think this is something funny I want to pass through, but I was reading it in news. I don't know how true this is. They said one
Okay.
patient in one hospital, I don't know the hospital though, but was tested positive for a COVID. And upon the quarantining the person was like, think they said that the person ran away to buy wachi in town.
Yeah, I even had that old thing. I don't think I don't think it's true. I heard that. I think when the whole COVID issue came, that is actually an old
Yeah,
story. I don't
how
really
can
know
you be
how
like
true it
and,
is. I heard that. I heard that story. And social media, you hear a whole lot of stuff there. So it's not everything that we hear on
it's true.
social media.
But then, supposing it is true, he's gone out to meet people, to talk to people. I mean, even the person he went to buy the food from, he spoke with the
Yeah.
person, he exchanged money. I mean, they had some interactions. Supposing it's true, I don't know how true that story is, but supposing it's true, don't you think the person has already infected some innocent soul?
Of people, yeah, he has already. He
Yeah,
has.
so it's the same thing here. So if we are to leave someone who has tested positive to
Okay.
go home, definitely the person is going to infect
Mm,
someone.
sure,
So we don't
sure.
allow them to go. We just keep them and just
Oh,
take them through the necessary
oh,
procedure to
okay.
ensure they are all good.
All right, all right. Thank you very much. I think PM wants to ask so much questions. So he is asking, how can he get you? Maybe you can leave your handle so that they can just DM you and maybe you can pick it up from there, or maybe any contacts so that people can DM you. Maybe you can give your handle to him.
Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna come back on live again. I mean, some other time.
No, but he actually said he has so much questions for you, so he's not going to ask you here. So you can just tell us your IG handle so he can follow you and DM you there, so that.
Okay, the IG handle is Boniface_Barry96. I don't know how long it sounds.
Okay, okay. It actually sounds very long. It's very long. Okay, actually, if you need his handle, you check on my flyers, or maybe you DM me. I will tell you his handle. Okay, don't worry. So thank you so
Uh,
much, Bonnie. Thank you, thank you,
that's
thank
fine. That's fine. That's
you.
fine. Really enjoy the time with you.
It's been informative. It's been
Oh, we
educative.
should even
It
go
has
further because there are so many informations.
Coach King Fitness is asking, how are we guys doing? We are fit. We are doing well, Coach.
Yeah,
We thank
yeah. Ken Fitness, we're good.
you. Good, we good. Anyway, thank you so much. Coach, I'm sorry you just entered, but we have actually ended the show with Boniface. So I'm so sorry. Thank you so much, Bonnie. Thank you for showing up, and I believe you will come back. And when the COVID starts rising, high
So,
again.
so
So we
sorry. I mean, I'm the one to be in the position to tell you this, but I don't know for now. What's the case now? Like, what's the figure now? The last
oh
time I checked, there it was around 23,000.
yeah, we are raising 20,000 plus. That is for the confirmed cases. Bola, please DM me, okay? DM me for something. I don't know whether Lizzie is, or Joy is still on. If she is, she should also DM me. PM, thank you very much. Thank you so much. We are actually 20,000 plus Boniface, honestly.
The last time I checked, it was 23,000 plus.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know for now.
I said 20, so it can be from 23, 20, but actually, we are above that. So 23,000, we are above that.
The world cases now is above 6 million.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
about it's
Like,
above 6.
yeah, sure.
Yeah. This thing is really getting out of hands, but
It is actually, and obviously. So I must say, you've educated us enough, you have informed us enough, and you have created the awareness of how COVID-19 is serious in Ghana. And I must say, thank you so much for at least taking off your busy schedule. You're even at work now. Who does that? And you have come
who
to
does
my
that?
show, and you've come to So I must say thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. That's fine. That's fine. You know, anything for Jenny. So I mean, if Jenny is calling,
thank,
if Jenny is
thank you,
calling, I
my
need to
God,
put a
for
stop to whatever I'm doing. Then
thank
attend to
you.
your call.
Thank you so much. I'm actually I'm grateful. So thank you. Okay. So we'll talk. We talk. We talk. We talk. We talk. We talk. Bye bye.
All right, all right. Have a nice time. Yeah.
You too. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your evening.
All right, that's fine.
Okay, guys, thank you all for staying with me, even though we had to go for a commercial break and we came back. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm super excited of having you all here. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys so well. I must say I'm honored. PM, thank you. Bola, thank you. Lizzie, thank you for all the amazing questions. I must say I'm very, very impressed. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. I must say this program is actually, let me say, my beautiful, amazing flyers was done by Phil J and also my adorable friend who did this beautiful because they can ask me how come I did this ad and stuff. It was also done by Newton. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you all for your support. I love you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. See you same time next week. Next week is going to be a mind blowing one on Start Right. I'm going to bring you guys a very big surprise that it will shock you. Watch out for our ad on my page. I'm going to post the ad on Tuesday. So you see who will be on next Sunday. Hey, stay safe. COVID is in there. COVID is all over. We are all scared, but Charlie, stay safe, okay? Sorry, those who are just joining. Sorry you joined late. We've had so much fun. Go back to my page and you will see all these things there. Thank you all. Enjoy your evening and bye bye. Have a blessed week. Bye. Where are you located? I'll tell you where I am located when you DM me. So DM me, I'll tell you where I'm located. Bye. Oh my God.